What if the most dangerous version of you is the one that feels complete? Not your image, not your reputation, not your past mistakes, not the role you've learned to perform, but the identity you've stopped questioning. Friedrich Nietzsche warned about the future human he called the last man. Not evil, not violent, not oppressive, just finished. Comfortable, entertained, risk-averse, spiritually flat. A person who wants pleasure without intensity, health without discipline, connection without vulnerability, security without responsibility. And the terrifying part, the last man doesn't look like a villain. He looks like modern life. We live in a world engineered for ease. Food without hunger, attention without effort, outrage without consequence, opinion without study, identity without initiation. Technology doesn't make us deeper. It amplifies what's already there. If we are distracted, it scales distraction. If we are resentful, it industrializes resentment. If we are shallow, it gives shallowness a platform. We build high-definition machines and low resolutions in our lives. The last man strives here. He doesn't want to confront himself. He wants optimization. Better sleep metrics, better productivity hacks, better curated beliefs, but never the deeper question, who must I become? Civilizations don't collapse first through war. They collapse when individuals stop becoming. When ambition is mocked, when conviction is suspicious, when death is labeled intensity, when discomfort is pathologized. We call it balance, we call it boundaries, we call it self-care. Sometimes it is. Often it's fear disguised as wisdom. The danger isn't apocalypse. It's reduction. Smaller risks, smaller dreams, smaller interior lives, stability without death. That is Nietzsche's nightmare. The last man smiles politely and believes he has transcended struggle. What he has transcended is growth. Every generation believes it has reached maturity, but maturity without tension is sedation. We are the first civilization in history where survival is not the dominant pressure. Food is abundant, climate is regulated, entertainment is infinite, validation is instant. Comfort used to be earned, now it's ambient. And something subtle happens when comfort becomes permanent. The threshold for discomfort drops. A delayed reply feels like rejection. A disagreement feels like attack. A difficult truth feels like violence. We have reduced our exposure to anything that sharpens us. We curate feeds that agree, we mute friction, we eliminate boredom. But boredom used to be the birthplace of imagination. Silence used to be the birthplace of thought. Hardship used to be the birthplace of character. When discomfort disappears, so does transformation. And a culture that removes initiation produces adults who never fully individuate. The last man doesn't collapse dramatically. He stabilizes prematurely. The last man has found his perfect partner, the algorithm. He doesn't use technology to expand. He uses it to outsource friction. He doesn't want to think. He wants answers. He doesn't want to decide. He wants recommendations. He doesn't want uncertainty. He wants certainty delivered. The system feeds him conclusions, prefabricated outrage, curated meaning. His contradictions soften. His edges dual. His life becomes symmetrical and safe. The human signal dissolves quietly in the noise of convenience. Here's where it gets dangerous, when individuals feel small but refuse to grow. They don't admire those who rise. They resent them. Greatness becomes offensive. Discipline becomes judgment. Ambition becomes arrogance. If he cannot build, he critiques. If he cannot endure, he reframes. If he cannot rise, he equalizes. Resentment becomes moral currency. Smallness becomes virtue, and culture flattens. The everyday last man, you can see him at work. He attends every meeting, answers every email, optimizes visibility, but avoids the one decision that would actually change his trajectory. He wants promotion without exposure, influence without accountability, impact without friction. You can see him in relationships. He wants connection, but only at a level that doesn't threaten his independence. He wants intimacy without revealing weakness. He wants admiration without earning death. You can see him in politics. He reposts outrage, signals virtue, aligns with consensus, but avoids personal responsibility. The last man is not lazy, he's busy, not ignorant, just unwilling to confront himself. He confuses stimulation for movement, consumption for growth, safety for integrity. And because he looks functional, he doesn't recognize his own stagnation. That's why this condition spreads quietly. Nietzsche proposed a direction, not supremacy, not domination, not ideology, self-overcoming. The ÜBERMENSCH is not a superhuman. He is someone who refuses to remain psychologically adolescent. He does not inherit values, he creates them and accepts the cost. Because values without cost are preferences. The ÜBERMENSCH does not reject tools, he refuses to be ruled by them. He does not wait for permission, he authors. He governs his interior when the exterior destabilizes. The ÜBERMENSCH is strong, not because he believes, but because he can stand even when belief fractures. No ideology to hide behind, no tribe to excuse him, no narrative to protect him. Only discipline, only responsibility, only inner law. Freedom is terrifying because it removes excuses. And excuses are the currency of the last man. Here's a fractal line of the next decade. Not left versus right, not rich versus poor, but self-governed versus system-governed. As AI accelerates comfort, the temptation to outsource authorship will grow. Decisions will be predicted, desires will be nudged, beliefs will be curated, identity will be optimized. Many will choose ease, few will choose growth. The future will reward those who can tolerate uncertainty without collapsing into resentment. Who can endure silence without needing stimulation? Who can act without applause? The divide won't be visible at first, it will be internal, between those who remain comfortable and those who keep becoming. The future will not enslave you with force, it will pacify you with convenience. No one will silence you, you will simply scroll past your own death. No one will censor you, you will censor yourself to stay agreeable. No one will forbid risk, you will calculate yourself into mediocrity. The most sophisticated control system is not one that restricts you. It is one that rewards predictability. Imagine a world where your career path is suggested, your partner is algorithmically matched, your political position is optimized, your health decisions are auto-adjusted, your entertainment is tailored to your mood. You will feel free, but your range will feel narrow. And slowly, the muscle required for authorship will entropy. The ÜBERMENSCH is not someone who rejects technology, he is someone who refuses to let comfort decide his trajectory, because trajectory without friction is drift, and drift feels safe until it is irreversible. Becoming is not aesthetic, it is not posted, it is not branded, it is lonely, because once you see clearly, you cannot blame the world for your stagnation. Blame sedates. Outrage spreads faster than discipline. Victimhood scales faster than mastery. Comfort sells better than courage. But friction creates death. And death creates direction. The ÜBERMENSCH is not fearless. He simply does not obey fear. He treats suffering as signal, tension as information, loneliness as initiation. He asks not, is this safe, but is this worthy? Becoming is expensive. It costs certainty, it costs belonging, it costs the illusion of innocence. You cannot grow and remain universally liked. You cannot evolve and remain universally understood. Every transformation will be misread by someone. But stagnation is the more expensive choice, because what you avoid today becomes your ceiling tomorrow. The risk is not that humanity becomes evil. It is that it becomes soft, capable of comfort, capable of convenience, capable of endless commentary, but incapable of transformation. History does not decay through cruelty alone. It decays through mediocrity. And mediocrity feels normal until it becomes irreversible. So the question is not philosophical, it is personal. Can you outgrow who you are? Not once, repeatedly, when no one is watching, when no system rewards you, when no applause confirms you. Can you endure uncertainty without shrinking? Can you choose worthiness over comfort? History does not archive safety, it records transformation. This is the TOMAAS prophecies, not answers, but signals, not ideology, but orientation. Art is not decoration, it is intelligence. Clarity is resistance, and the prophecy is not about the future, it is about who you become before it arrives. So ask yourself, what part of you must die so something stronger can emerge? And are you willing to let it? You can see more of my work at TOMAAS.com.